Did you know I was a backup singer for Cardi B?
I'm afraid to ask where we're going with this or know where we're going
And
with
here's
this.
how I sing.
All right.
S&P was up this week. Dow was up. NASDAQ up. Gold up. Silver up. Oil up. But that good old greenback was down. We had a great week in this financial markets. There was a lot of green, and the U.S. dollar was in the red. Welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are always happy to have you with us today. Once again on the program, I do have my good friend and my good pal, Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how the heck are you doing today?
Once again, I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to another great show.
Yeah, it's always great to be back, helping our listeners make better investing decisions. And Al, I got to kick off the show here with a question to you. Did you know I was a backup singer for Cardi B?
I'm afraid to ask where we're going with this or know where we're going with this.
And here's how I sing.
All right.
S&P was up this week. Dow was up. NASDAQ up. Gold up. Silver up. Oil up. But that good old greenback was down. We had a great week in this financial markets. There was a lot of green, and the U.S. dollar was in the red. But all that does is spells a lot of opportunity for average investors because we have a soaring market. But the main thing we want to do is start to protect our gains, right? Mm-hmm. There's capital risk management. It's managing your capital the right way. And that's some of the things I want to talk about here on Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy, is ways average investors can potentially keep their gains or protect any profits. Before we do that, we had a big week in the market. Besides the green, we had a big IPO with Coinbase.
Right.
We had earnings this week. A lot of financials just killed it on their earnings. What's been happening just making this market soar like an eagle?
Well, first of all, I want to say that Cardi B, I believe right now, is looking for a new backup singer.
Oh, come on now.
No offense, man. But yeah, we still have this tug of war going on. It's a back and forth between value and growth and between kind of the stay-at-home and the reopening trades. So there's big segments that are in favor maybe one day or a couple days or 1 week, and then they're out of favor and another segment comes in favor. You know, technology for a long time really was the driver in these markets, but just recently the utilities have been the best performing sector, followed by materials and healthcare. You know, you did kind of hit on the head what's going on right now with earnings.
Yeah.
We're in earnings seasons. Financials did extremely well. And now we're going into, maybe some of the industrials and some of the things that are more consumer related. And what we're going to be looking for, what Wall Street is going to be looking for, really are margins. What's going to be happening with the profit margins? What are companies going to be talking about as far as taxes are concerned? Really, what's happening, Josh, is it has become more challenging for people to make better decisions in these markets. And it's more important than ever right now, I think, to follow the people that know where the values are and they know where the best prices are to enter and to exit a trade. That's really the smart money, Wall Street firms, the big banks, for example, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and the big traders. Those are the guys that are still and always will be providing opportunities for us to participate and to increase our odds and our probabilities of having the markets be beneficial for us. And everybody wants to be successful, but you have to understand there are no guarantees. No one can promise that you will be successful, but what we can do is help you improve the odds that you can be. And it really starts with doing what successful people do. Two of the most important things that successful people do, number one is obtaining knowledge, and the other is taking personal accountability, because ultimately the responsibility for where you are and where you will be, whose responsibility is it really is yours. And sometimes taking accountability means doing things that you don't want to do or are afraid to do. But the truth is that the 5% of the people in this country that are truly successful financially, they address and they deal with that fear, and then they make a habit of doing things that unsuccessful people don't want to do. Let's talk about that fear for a minute. The main reason that people have fear as far as trading or investing is basically lack of knowledge, not knowing where to get that knowledge, and then feeling that this is too hard. It's something that they can't do. And that's conditioning. And the people that have conditioned you to believe that way are people whose business really relies on you believing that you can't do it. But the great news for all of us is that things have changed over the years, and they've really changed in our direction. The small traders, the non-pros. The internet's available, fast internet, high speed internet, sophisticated trading platforms, commissions that are almost non-existent in many cases. For stock trading, there's no commissions there. But the education is available, Josh, and it's the education that teaches you how to actually think, act, and execute like the pros and not like other amateurs.
You're right. I mean, just going back to, you were talking about, you got to follow the smart money. I mean, think about with the financial earnings this week. Goldman Sachs had a great earnings. Their price went up. JP Morgan had great earnings, but their price actually went down.
Sure.
Wells Fargo was positive, and they also went up as well. So most people just base their decisions off the news. Well, the smart money, they know what's happening in the market. They're not basing their decision on if it was good earnings. They're basing the fact on price, what's happening,
Right.
and they're creating these moves in the markets. So that's why it's important to follow that smart money, as Al is talking about. And that comes with knowledge. It starts with the knowledge, but then you have to build the skill. But you have to be accountable for your own actions. And you got to learn how to do that. Where you identify these turns in price are on a price chart. And that's where you identify those low risk, high reward, high probability entry points. And that's typically at or near that turn in price. Al, I want to continue this discussion on the next segment about the smart money, how they are creating income in these markets. We have multiple markets. The stocks are soaring right now. There's a lot of other opportunities that have leverage and that are open around the clock. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We will be right back.